Where they go low, we go high. That's our motto. We want freedom by any means necessary. Wake up. The front page with Dominic DePrima is on. News, knowledge, and your voice. The views and opinions expressed on the front page are not necessarily those of Taxi Productions or KJLH. Rise, shine, stay woke. It's the front page with Dominic DePrima on Radio Free 102.3 KJLH. You gotta struggle, you gotta win. If you better not struggle, you don't deserve to win. Let it go, let it go. Radio Freedom, good morning. I'm Dominic DePrima, and as I'm walking to the microphone, I'm asking for blessings from God Almighty, the ancestors, the righteous elders, and Southern California's early morning communications drum is wide open. Welcome, family, and welcome wherever you are worldwide. If you're listening online at kjlhradio.com, we're starting every day with gratitude. That just means simply saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just thank you. Even if it's going bad, sometimes when it seems like everything is all jacked up, the best time to say thank you and get yourself back in tune with your blessings. Giving thanks to God, giving thanks to Stevie Wonder, who gives us the spot every day. Thank you for waking up with us. What are we doing today? Well, of course, it's Wednesday, so we have our calendar, our community action agenda. But I wanted to try something a little different today. We'll get a little wellness in, but I wanted to try, there's a study that came out last week, but most of us don't need a study. Study says that for African Americans, the police shootings are hard on our mental health. That we could have about 2 days extra out of every month of mental health not so great days because of shootings. Every time a child or a person is killed by police, we don't feel good. And you kind of go, well, did I need a study for that? Maybe not. Maybe we didn't. Probably we didn't. But it got me thinking, and one of the things that's good to do when you are experiencing mental health stress is to talk it out. Talk with a trusted friend, talk with a family member. So I thought we could talk about it today. And this is, of course, you can call me about anything, actually. We have time today. We can talk about whatever you want. 520-KJLH, 520-5554. I know you're going to pick up the phone and light up these phones, because when do I ever say, yeah, we have time today? Yeah, we have time today. 520-5554. It's almost a full moon. Let's get it out. Tomorrow's a full moon, so that makes it full moon eve. But I went to put together a calendar, or a timeline, I guess you could call it, of all of the police shootings that have happened since Trayvon Martin. Because even though Trayvon Martin was shot by someone who wasn't a cop, was shot by a wannabe cop, the death of Trayvon Martin sort of set off this modern era of protest, of Black Lives Matter, of Blue Lives Matter, of white people for Black lives, of peace, awareness, and consciousness, and a public dialogue. Certainly before the era of Trump, but afterwards, about shootings, police reform. And when I went to put together this timeline, it was really challenging because there were so many. And I didn't finish it. Hopefully I will go back and I'll be able to do that. But it was just so many. And it was overwhelming. So my challenge to you this morning, and it's not just on a bummer trip, it's on about us being able to be supportive, get our thoughts out, but also to remember people and remember the beautiful things about them. Say his name, say her name. Those are hashtags, and that's our show today. If you want to call in, 520-KJLH, and talk to me about one of these shootings, whether it was someone in your family, a loved one, or whether it was something in the news that just struck a nerve for you, one particular case that you mourned, or something about it bothered you, or you just can't get it out of your head, it haunts you, something that spurred you to activism, something where we heard about the case, but we didn't hear about this part of the case. Um, I'd love to hear from you. 520-KJLH, 520-5554. I always think of Ezell Ford. I always mention the name. He was killed here in Los Angeles by LAPD in South LA. There are many of them that haunt me. Ezell Ford is one because the cops never really said why they stopped him. They never really explained it. It was ruled partially out of policy by the LA Police Commission, partly in policy. The officers were never brought up in any kind of charges. Of course, we have Jackie Lacey, so that kind of goes without saying in LA. No one's brought up on charges. But the fact that this young man was known around the neighborhood, people knew that he had mental health challenges, as his family did. He was beloved and known in the neighborhood. And then he ended up dead, even though, logically speaking, the cops would have known who he was. And we still don't know why they stopped him. Ezell Ford is one of the cases that haunts me. It's a young man walking around his own neighborhood, and I think the little known part of this story, and this is the guy, I had to, this is in 2014 that he was killed, by the way, August 11th, still no answers. I had the experience of talking with Tritovia Ford, his mom, a couple times. And the thing that struck me about this was that no one contacted the family. There was no contacting of the family by the police, no updating of charges, no counseling for the family. Ezell has younger brothers and sisters who had to sit with that trauma, no counseling, no resources offered to that family. And I think out of that conversation came a conversation where Jazz Mechanic and Nana Jomfi, the attorney, made the suggestion that there be a system put in place where there were funds and counseling available to victims. This is something you would imagine would happen anyway, automatically, but doesn't. At that time, Chief Beck also came up with a similar plan. Some people felt he was influenced by, activists, Jasmine specifically. But, and so they announced the LAPD was going to do this, but as far as I'm aware, up to this point, that has not happened other than just in theory. I think another one that haunts me is Mitrice Richardson, the young woman who was last seen at the Lost Hills Malibu Sheriff's Station, last seen alive. And although we don't know for sure what happened to her, she was found dead, found naked in a remote ravine out there in Canyon Country. She was let out in the middle of the night without her cell phone, without her car, without her wallet, in the dark, and was never seen alive again. Now, I want, this is say her name, say his name. So I want to say her name, Mitrice Richardson. And one of the reasons I like to say it is because I feel like we will get answers. This unsolved crime will be solved. And I think when it comes to, when we talk about Black Lives Matter, when we talk about cases that touch our hearts or move us to action, some of those are the ones where we just don't know what happened, right? And Mitrice is one of those cases. There is no resolution, but we know what happened on the watch of the Sheriff's Department that has since been proven to be corrupt. Sheriff Lee Baca convicted, Under Sheriff Paul Tanaka convicted, investigations and cases still pending. So again, this is a case where we'd love to see Javier Becerra, who's now our Attorney General for the state of California, love to see him. Anyway, 520-KJLH, 520-5554. Call me now if you want to. You can call about that. You can call about other things. Also, if you know of a timeline, because I feel like we need to always circle back, say their name, say what happened, and talk about you know, where we are with these cases and not just forget about them and move on to the next one. Of course, Antoine Rose, that's the case that got me thinking again. The young man who was killed last week. Um, and, just such a vibrant young man, remembered as, just funny and engaging. Antoine Rose was in a car with, some other teenagers. Police said the car looked like a car that they were looking for in the shooting. And they stopped the car. The kids ran out. Does that surprise us? I mean, if I'm a young person and I've been watching the news at all, I'm going to run when I see a cop too. I don't think that means any kind of guilt isn't necessarily involved. Antoine was shot by Officer Michael Rosfeld. So he was a passenger in the car along with another young man, another child. They ran. The other young man, Juwan Hester, has been arrested. And of course, Antoine, this is in Pittsburgh, his funeral was very well attended. His mom said that she feels the police murdered her son in cold blood. That's what she said. And she looks for answers from the community. And she wants charges, which, who can blame her for that? She wants charges brought. None have been brought. Officers on paid leave. It seems like a story we've heard before. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, those protests continue. I got a little sidetracked. I wanted to let you know what we were doing so you would have time to call me, 520-KJLH, 520-5554. But strictly speaking, it's time for our community action agenda, which is our calendar. Damian Goodman and the folks at Crenshaw Subway Coalition are working on the Affordable Housing Act, bringing some rent control here to the city of Los Angeles. If you'd like to be involved in that, you can go to affordablehousingact.org. This is something coming up in the November ballot, and a lot of us are concerned about the lack of proper housing opportunities here in Los Angeles. If you are one of them, you may want to get involved. AffordableHousingAct.org. The World Stage Spring into Summer Jazz Concert Series. Dwight Tribble is one of the curators of this. And the World Stage, in case you don't know, is a community institution. It is a nonprofit. You can find it at 4321 Degnan Boulevard. It's like a little tiny cafe, club, cultural center thing in Leimert Park Village, aka Little Africa, here in Los Angeles. And they are doing their concert series for summer with jazz. And it's, you can call them 323-293-2451 or go to theworldstage.org, theworldstage.org, and find out about these concerts. Support a local institution and our African American cultural institutions in particular. Englewood Housing Rights Free Walk-in Clinic. It's ongoing on Tuesdays. Find out about your rights. Again, this topic of homelessness and housing in Los Angeles, just crazy. People living in cars and seeking housing that have jobs and cannot find it because it's so expensive. Well, you might want to find out about your rights if you're thinking you're in a place and you don't want to leave, and or you're trying to find out how to stay, or you're trying to find out where to go. 213-387-8400, 213-387-8400. That's extension 26. Englewood Housing Rights. It's a free walk-in clinic. It's at the B3 Police Community Center, but you might want to call, find out what's happening, and see if they can help you with your particular case. What else we have? Friday nights, you've got jazz at LACMA. That's the museum on Wilshire, 5905 Wilshire Boulevard. They have free jazz from 6 to 8 every Friday. See, you're trying to go on a date, you don't have any money, the perfect spot for you. Wednesdays was a reclassification clinic. This is weekly on Wednesdays. It's brought to you by New Way of Life Reentry Project. So if you're looking to get stuff taken off your record so it's easier for you to get a job, there are new laws here in California that make it possible for you to do just that. You can call for an appointment, 323-563-3575, 323-563-3575 for more information, because you're going to need to bring a copy of your criminal record, your rap sheet, or court dockets with you, and you can get started in the process of getting your record expunged. It's every Wednesday from 10 to 4 in Long Beach. Brought to you by a very reputable organization helping people reincorporate themselves back into society. The King Tut Treasures of the Golden Pharaoh is ongoing. It's right now. It's in Exposition Park, right in the community California Science Center. I just urge you to go, because once it goes back to Africa, it's staying in Africa, in Egypt. And right now you have a chance to see King Tut, a young black king, and it's the 100-year anniversary of the discovery of that tomb. And of course, it's selling out fast. World Stage again, they have the Anansi Writers Workshop. If you want to, get inspired, or you need some help with your technique as a writer, you can go on Wednesdays from 7:30 to 10. World Stage, 4321 Degnan Boulevard. It was started back in 1990 by Kamal Daoud, and it continues still. Stop by there if you get a chance. And Coach E. Eric Knoll, our resident health and wellness expert here at the front page, has his workouts on the hill. Let's get our summer beach bodies ready. 6:45 to 8 for the grown and sexy every Saturday, top of the hill, Canopon Park. It's a fun outdoor workout. It's customized to your fitness level. And you can sign up for the series, or you can just drop in any Saturday at 6:45, top of the hill, Canopon. The kids camp for ages 7 to D1, college, that's afterwards at 8:30. And of course, Dr. Mabel John is doing her thing once again. The food giveaway is the second Tuesday of every month. This one's in July, second Tuesday. She needs volunteers, though, and she could use some donations. That is what we're looking for now. Give her a call, 323-939-5808, 323-939-5808. That's our community action agenda. I'm Dominique DeCrema for Radio Free 102.3 KJLH and kjlhradio.com. And by the way, family, if you want to hit me up with a calendar item, something from a nonprofit, something community-based, all you have to do is go to Facebook. That's really where I see more stuff. It's Radio Free KJLH on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Snapchat, Radio Free KJLH. You could also find me at DePrima Radio, DIPRIMA Radio, except for on Facebook and Instagram show. They're going to go to Prudence calling from the city of Los Angeles. Good morning, Prudence.